guys, welcome back. If you're new, thanks for stopping in. My name is Jessica. I'm a mother of 4, ranging from 19 all the way down to 7. So life is kind of crazy sometimes, but I absolutely love it. So in this video, we're kind of leaving off where my last video stopped because I ended up doing more, but I don't like doing really long videos. So I try to keep it about 30-ish minutes. So here I was just trying to dust everything, put all of the papers and whatnot away, just kind of straightening it up because my dad had given us a new rug for the living room, and so I wanted to put the one from the living room into our room, which really I wanted to put it in the laundry room, but it didn't fit, and I didn't want to put it under the washer and dryer just because that seemed a little odd to me. So I figured that I would just set it off to the side, and then my husband actually came up with the idea of putting it part of the way under our bed and whatever, which actually I do love that idea. It really sets our room a little bit, I think. I definitely want to get new curtains because those don't match, and the one above our bed, the curtain rod is not set to make it like centered, and it drives me nuts. So I'll eventually be able to fix that, but for now it was mostly just cleaning up our room and dusting and all of that type of stuff. So I'm hoping that it gives you some sort of motivation to get a couple things done for today. I've actually already started laundry for today in real life, but since I'm doing the voiceover, I'm not recording. I'll end up doing more recording later, but for now, let's get started.
It's
So now I needed to clean my jewelry mirror thing. It has all my makeup and jewelry and stuff like that in it. I don't wear it as often anymore because of my new job. I just prefer not to wear nice jewelry since it is a group home setting and I'm doing a lot of cleaning and dealing with lots of messes. I'll just say that. But so, needless to say, I just keep it in there. And then I noticed that there were some marks on the closet doors. And let me know if you're like me, but I've noticed them and just kind of ignored them for a while. But since I was already cleaning a whole bunch of other stuff, I figured I may as well just spray it down with the spray away glass cleaner, which I know isn't technically a wall cleaner, but you know what? It got the marks off and it made my room smell clean, even though it is a little bit of a stronger scent for a cleaner. And normally I don't do that, but it's what I had in the room, and I didn't want to go grab a whole nother rag and cleaner and all of that. Sometimes I'm a lazy cleaner, and I'm okay with admitting that just because life gets crazy, and there's days where I'm just not feeling it, but I know things need to get done, so I do like bare minimum stuff. And so when I do get spurts of energy like this to do deep cleaning, I try to go all out so that way I can use as much energy as I possibly can. And then, of course, I noticed that the TV needed to be wiped down, but on our mini fridge, we always set like the filing and stuff that needs to be done because that's out in the office area, which is my quote unquote little shed area, which is great because we do need some sort of office thing, but I want to finish the insulation and sheetrock and stuff like that. But it's too cold right now. And eventually, I'm hoping my brother can run some electric out there, and that way I won't need to have a extension cord going through the door and keeping a heater kind of like that, which isn't that big of a deal. It works, but I don't want to be out there when my kids are in here. It's like, I don't know. It's not that big of a deal. It's literally in the backyard. But for some reason, I struggle with being out there right now. And I think it's because it's not finished and I don't have it set up how I would like it. But if you're new and you don't know, we just moved into this house at the end of August of last year. So we haven't even been here a full year. And when we moved in, we were just kind of shoving stuff places. So this spring, we're going to take a lot of our stuff out of the shop and reorganize it and put it back to where we actually know where it's at and it'll be easy to find it, which I would also like to do insulation in there and do some sheetrock, but all of it costs money, which is fine. I get it, but I don't have that type of money. So hopefully I could like look on Facebook Marketplace and find cheaper stuff because I'm all about finding cheap stuff. But this was a day or two later, and this is when my husband gave me the idea of putting the rug under our bed. So I pulled everything out, and then of course I need to get a new vacuum for the hardwood floors. I have my vacuum mop, but I want like a shark. Well, my vacuum is a shark, but I don't know. I need something smaller and lightweight so that way it's easier to like vacuum under here where all the cat hair and nasty and dust and all of that is. Because yes, this worked, but it's not as good as I thought. But it works for the time being, and I got majority of it, and I was happy with it. It's fine. I'm just in love with cleaning objects and tools, so eventually I'll get some more stuff, but at the moment I was using what I had, and like I said, it worked fine. It was just more of an inconvenience because it wasn't just a super quick and easy vacuum real quick, but it worked out and I got it all nicely cleaned up. But how do you guys decorate your rooms? Like, is it a boho or farmhouse, or I'm wanting to get a more neutral comforter quilt type of thing for our bed, because the orange works for like fall time, but now that it's winter and gonna be spring and stuff, I want a more neutral one, but I'm not exactly sure what type because we haven't been here for spring and summer, so we don't know how hot or cold the house actually gets. I know we have central air throughout the whole house, so that'll be nice because then we can keep the house at a comfortable temperature. But I need some ideas on how to decorate and organize, because at the moment I have a basket of stuff that I had on Facebook Marketplace of like all my old clothes and purses and stuff, which no one even commented on. So that's still in the closet, which I should just donate it and get it out of my house. But I was trying to see if there was a way that I could make a few bucks here and there just to put towards debt and other house projects and all of that type of stuff. But here I was laying out the new rug that my dad had given us. I actually like it quite a bit because it's bigger and it matches my furniture really well, even though it was the one that he had at his house and they got a new one. So I don't know, somehow, some way it matches perfectly. It's comfy. I definitely need to vacuum it on a regular basis because of the animal hair. I vacuumed it twice already, and my little dog and cats shed horribly. So I've noticed that I need to definitely keep up on the vacuuming. But let me know some ideas. I might actually use ChatGPT for our bedroom and see what kind of ideas it comes up with, because I like the kitchen and the living room ideas that it gave me, but I don't know. Let me know what you think down below.
I really wanted to get it right, trying to find some balance in my life. I never really put up a fight, and now I'm losing sleep. What if I lost touch? What if I'll never get it right? I try to follow my heart, but I lost it somehow. Wish that someone could say it'll all be okay. Just listen to me as I say. Listen to me as I slow it down. Dreams still yours if you want it. Enjoy the ride, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth it. Slow it down. Dreams still yours if you want it. Enjoy the ride, 'cause those ups and those downs is what makes it worth it. I never left a stone unturned.
So now that the rug was vacuumed and had been cleaned up a couple different times, I went over it quite a few times. But my daughter was bothering me about giving the dogs a bath for about the last week now. So I finally agreed to it and told her yes because she was getting kind of stinky. I wouldn't lie. But it's very difficult to give her a bath when my daughter's trying to help, which I'm thankful she wants to help, but she definitely got grossed out by actually having to touch her with the soap for some reason. I don't know what in her mind was making her think that she wouldn't have to actually touch the dog and the soap. So finally, she kept saying ew, 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 and so she just ended up walking away. It was kind of funny, but more annoying than anything because she wanted to hold the water but didn't want to actually rinse the dog off. So she ended up saying, "No, I'm not doing this," and walking away. And so I finished up giving Poppy a bath, and then I ended up putting Daisy in the shower, which you'll see here in a minute. But I just wanted to come on and let you know that I appreciate you for being here and just for stopping in, even if this video isn't your forte. That's fine. I appreciate you checking it out to see if this is the style that you would like. I know my content is not for everyone, and I'm okay with that, but that's also not going to stop me from putting it out there because I enjoy it. It is a good hobby for me. I don't go out and do things. I don't really go and see my girlfriends too often or anything, especially since I'm working the weekends. It's difficult for me to even go do anything, especially since the kids have school during the week and my son plays basketball, and it just doesn't work at this point of my life. And so I just focus on my family and my hobbies that I like to do, which is YouTube videos. And I have been making some more Etsy listings, which I need to put those up on there, and hopefully that'll take off. But I don't know. I'm just going with what I got and living each day one day at a time, and then eventually it'll all be taken care of. I'm hoping. So let me know down below what some of your favorite home chores are. I love working outside, but the weather definitely is not fitting for that. So I'm excited for it to start warming up here in a couple months. As I say it like it's close, but it's not. It'll be here soon enough, and then I'll be able to be outside and enjoy all of that. But let me know down in the comments what some of your favorite chores are and some cleaning ideas or whatever that you would like me to show on my channel. But again, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you so much. You will never understand how thankful I am to have you show up on my channel. But until next time, bye guys.